Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea, a channel for marriage-minded men. I married a woman from the Philippines back in 2015, and I'm serious about love because I promised to love her when we got married, and so I like to make videos about that. Here's a question relating to that. Why is falling in love easier than staying in love? Why is falling in love easier than staying in love? Leave a comment here if you have an opinion on that, and please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea. Well, I think that this idea of falling in love often is a case of infatuation, which isn't going to make for a marriage. According to AI, infatuation is a strong but often short-lived feeling of passion or admiration for someone, frequently based on physical attraction and idealized qualities. A lot of red flags in there. It is an intense, sometimes obsessive state, often experienced at the beginning of a relationship marked by excitement and euphoria, and is less stable than mature love. Have you ever had infatuation for someone? I have, and so I can kind of relate to these things. Some characteristics of infatuation is idealization, how you see this other person in an overly positive light, obsessive thoughts, all-consuming rapid progression through the relationship, skipping steps like building trust and intimacy. And then infatuation can involve a lack of intimacy, according to this here, because it's based more on fantasy or lust. And then there's a biochemical basis, flood of brain chemicals like dopamine, which creates feelings of intense pleasure and euphoria. Just like my dogs, when I come home, jumping up and down like they're going to have a heart attack because they're glad to see me. And a lot of that is dopamine. So, I don't like the thought of the term falling in love any better than I do falling out of love. This falling in love so quickly, it's so much emotional. And those sorts of things tend not to last. Infatuation it's temporary. It can't last because it's so, no emotions can last. When you get up that high, you're thinking about all these good thoughts. It just isn't going to last. I think infatuation is self-focused. If you can think of the times you were infatuated with someone, like, what can I get out of this? Or I know what I can get out of this. I'm dying to experience what I think I can get out of this with this person. And it's all on you, the person that's infatuated. You're thinking about yourself. The other person is just more or less a tool to what you want. And this idea is not love at all. The fantasy part of it is unrealistic, just like it often is in marriage, sad to say. But this infatuation it's short-term thinking, if you're thinking at all. Now, when I look at the internet for definition of love, I'm very disappointed in what I see there. It defines it as an intense feeling of deep affection, or feeling of deep romantic or sexual attachment to someone. Affectionate greetings conveyed to someone on one's behalf. A formula for ending an affectionate letter, like love somebody, love Bob. A great interest and pleasure in something, or a person or thing that loves. And that doesn't really tell me a whole lot, because here's what love really is. And this comes from AI as well. Positive attributes of real love. 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 is a verse you can read that describes love, takes the mystery out of it. The positive attributes of real love, and the kind of love that enables one to stay in love compared to in infatuation. Positive, attributes are love is patient and kind. How patient? All the time. Patient, in my opinion. Love, it says, rejoices with the truth, always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. A lot of always in there. And that's serious, because a person that's infatuated, once things go south and the bubble is burst, they're out. On to the next person to fall in love with, I suppose. Always protects, trusts, hopes, perseveres. That's big time commitment right there. Negative attributes to avoid. Love does not envy, it's not boastful, it's not proud, it's not rude, it does not dishonor others. Here's a big one. Is not self-seeking, like falling in love is, or infatuation. It's all about self. Love is not easily angered because they're thinking long-term. Keeps no record of wrongs. Does not delight in evil. And here's what I like the best, because it really gets to the nitty-gritty. Love bears all things. What's all things? All things. Love, true love, committed love in marriage will bear it. It's not going to think, what am I getting out of this? I'm getting a raw deal. I deserve better. I deserve somebody better. It bears it. It believes all things. It's always hoping things can get better. It doesn't say you'll never this or you'll never that, because it believes all things. And love hopes all things. When, the belief seems to be getting dashed, well, if all it can do is hope, it's going to hope all things before it quits. In fact, it won't quit, because it endures all things, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. This is what I would like people that are getting married to hear from the person that's giving them some kind of counseling, is this sort of thing. It's going to get tough at some point. A million things, one of a million things could happen at different times to test you, and you think, this isn't right. I don't deserve this. This isn't what I signed up for. And if you're just into infatuation, you fell in love with somebody, times get tough, you're probably out. But real love, it lasts, because real love is a choice. It's a decision you make. It's got nothing to do with how you feel or your emotions. It's a choice, a decision. And it's other focused, as you just saw. It's not focused on me. I mean, you hope you get love in return, but when you marry someone, you're in it for good. That's the way it should be. It's also realistic. Whereas falling in love, you fall out of love because, oh, I didn't know this about this person, or, oh, they shouldn't have done that to me. Well, real love is just going to expect these things to happen. Anything could happen, but they're committed because they're thinking long-term. They're realistic. Yeah, bad things can happen. It's tough being married. It is. But you can do that if you're committed to each other. Love wants what's the best for the other person at any cost to one's self. Not exactly what people are thinking about when they fall in love. And as far as foreigners and Filipinas, people say, well, I love her, she loves me. It's all infatuation. Don't call it love. I think it could take 5-10 years to know if you love the person you marry, or if they even love you. It's not easy, and you have to be patient. And people, they fall in love because, well, they've had some difficulties in the past. They hope this will erase it. They've been neglected. They've survived breakups, and they think it'll be better this time, and they're very optimistic and hopeful. But that's falling in love. I just think give love. Be the leader in giving the love. Lead the way, and you're more likely then to receive love. So let me know what you think here on Love Beyond the Sea.